Sara nodded absently, and they continued to walk, encountering few people along the way. In fact, they avoided contact with everyone, saw one or two people from a distance and quickly hid behind trees to avoid being seen. This hide-and-seek method was working well until they ducked behind a large tree and were greeted by a tall woman with long, scraggly, grey hair. "What are you doing?" she asked pleasantly. "Are you playing a game?" Sara stepped closer to James and backed away toward the path. The woman slowly followed. Her eyes never left Sara's face as she talked. "I have been watching you two for some time now, and I have to say you are very odd children. Are you lost?" She continued to follow them down the path. "No, we are simply on our way to town," James spoke with a slight tremor in his voice. "What town might that be?" the woman asked casually. "The town where our very large and overprotective family is." Sara gripped James's arm. "Yes, and I'm sure they will miss us if we are not there very soon," James piped in, stepping backwards at a faster pace. "Well, you'd better hurry then," the woman said, smiling slightly. "The town is still several miles off, and the sun will be going down in a couple of hours. It won't be safe for two children out here in the dark. One can never tell what might happen." She stayed on the path, watching them intently as they turned and ran as fast as they could away from her, not slowing down until they rounded a bend, and the old woman was no longer in sight. "Do you think we lost her?" Sara looked back toward the dirt path. "I think so," panted James, trying to catch his breath. "She was right, you know. We do need to find a place to stay. Soon, it will be dark, and it's not safe for us out here. Look over there, Sara." James pointed to the left of the path. Set slightly away from the path was a small house. It looked well kept, with a trimmed lawn and several well-tended rose bushes lining the path to the house. To the side was a small vegetable garden, and they could see a young boy tending to the plants. Thick, dark hair was pulled back and tied with a leather strap. Olive skin had a fine sheen of sweat as he pulled heads of lettuce from the dirt, placing them in a cart next to him. He looked up as they approached and gave a smile of instant recognition. They too felt drawn to him and picked up their pace in order to reach him. As they got closer, the look on the boy's face changed. It was now one of fear. "What's wrong?" James and Sara said together, as he tried to wave them away from him. "Yes, what's wrong, Thomas?" said a deep voice behind them. Sara and James turned to find a very handsome man standing directly behind them. His wavy, dark hair was the same color as the boy's, his eyes a deep brown. He was dressed neatly in a brown pair of trousers and coat, and when he smiled at them, they were dazed by the brilliance of his white teeth. Well, who would you two be?" The man flashed his bright smile again and patted Sara on the head with a soft hand. "It's not possible that these two lovely children have scared you, is it, Thomas?"